Okay, it is Monday, the end of March, and let's see. Okay, so I don't know. I've been trying to do this, make videos, but I feel different about it at different times. Sometimes I think it's really stupid and like ridiculous and whatever. But I really do enjoy. Man, I enjoy a crazy conversation. I really do. Um, I mean, when I listen to podcasts and I listen to people that are basically tossing around really fun ideas, I just find that it's one of the things that I enjoy. I don't like sports that much. I don't really like politics that much. I don't really want to argue. But what I want to do is I want to throw around different ideas and hopefully learn. I think that's one of the things that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to stay open-minded. Uh, I'm trying to stay kind. I'm trying to stay peaceful, and I'm trying to move forward. I gotta say, it, in other situations, it's almost like you could basically just kind of harvest some little idea that you had or some experience, and it was almost bragging about stuff. Uh, I think that's what a lot of social media is, or even like social interactions. You're like, hey, check out wow what I did or my new thing, or whatever. Because we have been kind of locked in or laying low. I don't, like I don't have any kind of weird, like, look, I saw a dolphin today or anything like that. I just have, um, these internal thoughts that then you're trying to verbalize, and that's a tricky thing. That is a tricky thing. It's easier for me. I love to have a great conversation. Um, and in my job, I really had this wonderful interaction with people from all over the world, and I was able to, have pretty good, fun conversations with them, mostly about nature, but also they were coming from all over, so I was able to have those good conversations and learn a lot. I always took the people that came out of my boat as sort of like gifts to me, and I got to learn a lot about all different kinds of people, but I don't have that anymore. And then now I don't have as much of a routine, and uh, let's see. And as far as doing these videos, like I really am just looking at it like practicing piano because I'm not. I mean, that's just where I'm at. Just hitting that record button is sometimes difficult because you don't. I might have some weird shit going on in my head, uh, but I'm not sitting there writing down and then making like an inspirational video or anything like that. What I really am trying to do is trying to learn how to get more comfortable doing it and better at it, and hopefully I'm articulating something that will be able to be heard by other people. It is difficult when you're not in a conversational mode, which is usually how I communicate. Um, People keep you on track a little bit. So as my mind and my words wander all over the place, sometimes I feel like I get lost. Um, but and also it's not necessarily an inspirational thing. Today I woke up and I mean I was just groggy. I just had brain fog. I don't know what it is. Probably lack of exercise, lack of sunshine. We have uh, isolated ourselves so much that I've had very little contact with very few people, and they're very careful. And once you get to that level of like knowing that you can trace your interactions, um, then you don't necessarily want to mess with that. Um, I think when I go out, like I went out the other day and got groceries, it's like people are they're just interacting. And I'm sure if I was in that mode of just interacting on a biological level with every stranger, then you'd just be like, well, I'm hoping for the best. But if you've basically created a little bit of a COVID purity in your life, then you want to maintain that, I think. Uh, but yeah, going a little stir crazy. And and I think it even affects my brain a little bit. Like I was just super tired. I was tired today. I mean, I'm still tired. I don't know. I slept a lot, but I just didn't get there. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to see if I could articulate some thoughts that I'm having about the current situation, uh, semi-politically. And I will say again that I am trying to keep an open mind about things, and trying to track my ideas in a way that I just don't solidify them into some sort of like temporary wisdom which evolves into ignorance. I mean, it's a changing situation, but it, it does look that there is some money out there, and I am out of a job. I'm not sure for how long. I think nobody is, but they just extended the I don't know, whatever. Like they're saying April 30th is until April 30th we're going to be on some level of lockdown, or something. Um, it's not like that here. When I do go out, it seems like people are about, but the businesses are closed. So I have just digested that, um, and then I have heard that there is some money out there under unemployment. I have been lucky to not really interact with that part of life much, but I do know that I am really bad at that stuff. I've heard nightmares about the unemployment uh, process, and I am really good at like dealing with difficult customers. I am really pretty patient in lots of ways, but when it comes to dealing with bureaucratic paperwork and websites and stuff like that, man, it's not my strong suit. I don't want to basically call out and like solidify my weakness on it, but I just find that incredibly intimidating, and my track record on that's really bad when it comes to that shit. But and so that leads me to some thoughts on universal basic income, which is a thing that I got excited about a little bit ago when Andrew Yang was running for president, and it was something that, one, I find it mostly exciting because it's a really new idea. So I didn't have any pre-digested opinions about it. I thought it was really interesting. I thought it was strange because I like many people, believe that you get something from your effort and your hard work and your luck. Um, and it's sort of like, I definitely have got the world doesn't owe you a living stuff. But I thought it was interesting, and so I've explored it, and now here we are in this situation where I think, oh, this is a strange situation. And again, it seems to make a positive argument for something like that. Here is unemployment, which is becoming, I don't know what's going on, but it seems rather difficult. They're trying to figure out who's going to get it and who's not going to get it. And I'm thinking of how, one thing I like about in universal basic income is that it is addressing a problem without creating division. And so I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking, like, I'm not working, and so I'm out there, watching Netflix and doing a little bit of stuff, and like kind of like it's days off. And there are other people that are out there working, and those people, some people are working at home because they have job, white collar info jobs, and they're probably they're working at home, so they have the safety, and they have, but they also have an income, and that's great, and I'm sure that will probably be more normal after we get through the other side of this. It's like telecommuting. And there's other people that are out there that are that are at the forefront of keeping our shit together, but they're also exposing themselves to a massive amount of risk. And like, I went to the store, and there's some lady, and she was showing up, and I'm not sure if she was showing up out of civic duty, out of like not perceiving this as a risk, out of like wanting to stay in her house. It just seemed like where she was going to work. So there are people that are, as I've seen on the internet, these are people that are, what are they called? The most needed workers, but they're unskilled in the sense that it's a job that does not take any training to do, but you have to put yourself at a lot of risk. I've done jobs like that, whether it's fishing or firefighting or something like that, where there's very little, you don't need a 4-year college degree on it. You just basically need to accept risk, and you'll get paid for that. So if I'm somebody that is working at the Circle K, or working at delivering food, or I went to go fix a tire that's working at the tire store, and you're dealing with all those people. You are at the front lines of this. This is um, our war on the virus. They have much more risk than I do. They're dealing with hundreds of people a day, and for whatever reason, I didn't see them wearing um, masks. I don't know, maybe that's just, I don't know if that's policy or personal choice, but they're put at massive risk. And then I would like for those people to get money, and maybe they won't show up for work. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll say, this is my time to get ahead. Maybe I can save up a little bit. Maybe they will feel that civic duty. But if I'm a worker at Publix and I'm going to work and I'm risking my life, either by force or by choice, to basically benefit the good, and then you have somebody else that's, maybe they're a bartender, or maybe they're a boat captain, and then they're going to get paid, and then they're on Facebook saying, "Man, have you seen Tiger King?" Uh, I could see that basically being an issue. I could see that creating um, just an inherent unfairness to it. And I do understand that maybe with universal basic income, that maybe uh, you know people that have a lot of money um, aren't the best way to direct the resources. But I feel that we're looking for efficiency at, at a time when really solidarity is something that is really important, and streamlining. Like, I don't even know if I will end up getting unemployment. Like, I don't even know. I mean, I've read that it takes like 6 hours, and they'll probably ask me for something that I forgot where I put it. I'm very disorganized when it comes to paperwork and all that. But I mean, so one, you're streamlining the process. So I thought a lot about the fairness and the good ideas of universal basic income right now. Um, it's not necessarily that I think that. I mean, I'm steeped in the idea of work ethic, and I'm steeped in the idea that in one level we are supposed to chart our own course. But I mean, the fact is, we're a social creature, and we socially produce things. Tons of the value that we have created culturally. There's just there's a dichotomy out there as to who gets to collect the value. I am not somebody that really enjoys like getting into an anger us them mentality just for my brain. For me personally, like on a selfish level, I don't like to go there. I'm conflict avoidant, so I don't really like to go there. So it's not that I want to vilify wealthy people, and I also don't feel connected to an idea of entitlement, like we deserve this, But I can really feel that they deserve it. I really can feel that, one, it would solve some problems if we were all getting money. Not all of our problems, but some of at least our fear, at least our understanding. It seems like it would help prop up capitalism as it goes through this crazy stress test. I really worry. I think about somebody that's out there doing an essential service right now, and if they're not getting unemployment during this time, and I am, even though I'm not at this point, like right now, contemporarily contributing to the advancement of our species, I could see that being an issue. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. I mean, I was thinking about that. It's kind of fun. What I like about UBI is I just like that it's a kind of fun, new, crazy idea. I don't know. In one way, I just think we're crazy ass monkeys. We got to try and make it from dawn to dusk somehow without going insane. And for me, that is my distraction, that is my meditation, and sometimes it's just try and think of things which I don't really fully understand, and economics is certainly one of them. Uh, I've always been in, uh, not always, but I would say lately I've been a big fan of the idea that capitalism in general works much better than a centrally led economy. I am really shook by that. I am really shook at the failures of capitalism to do what it's supposed to do best, which is basically direct goods and services to where they're needed most. I mean, not being ignorant of the fact that there are issues with it. I just almost felt that we would evolve. I mean, there were definitely tweaks that needed to be made to that system, but not necessarily having one giant person deciding everything, but all of us monkeys together deciding, what we want, what we need, what we can do to better society, and then that creates a functional society. I don't know how functional our society is right now. Um, I really don't, but you know, there's positive stuff out there, right? There's good stuff. This isn't the end of the world. Uh, but but it's the end of life as I know it, at least for a little bit. Like I'm not going to be able to go paddleboard around and be able to like listen to a nature podcast and somehow work that into my little stand-up paddleboard routine where I'm just making jokes about whatever I'm making jokes of, dolphins doing drugs or the non-duality of dolphin awareness, which is fine, because that was just entertainment. Now, I don't know. That doesn't play that well with my family. They've already heard all my routine, and I don't have any. I'm not getting as much fresh ideas out there, but uh, but yeah, I am trying to figure out how to make those connections. We are distance from each other, and those social interactions, like Jane Jacobs said, like when you're just kind of, what is, the passerby, that connection you have with the passerby, your grocery clerk, or the person that walks the dog the same time you do. Those are connections that help build this fabric of society, and they're missing right now in my life, for the most part. So I am trying to figure out a way to keep them intact, and I have enjoyed trying to I like the I like the idea that me and my friend Charles, if you're watching, man, he said, hey man, keep doing the videos, and I was like, oh, that's cool, I just want to have coffee with Charles, man, but Charles is locked up in his house in DC, and so I am trying to just have these little conversations, and I have appreciated the phone calls that I've gotten, and just like a little update on what's going on here, as far as coffee talk bullshit. I ordered a Oculus Quest for Milo, sort of thinking that, I don't know, maybe he was going to go and meet his friends in Minecraft and hang out, because I was worried about him not being to see his friends. It doesn't seem to matter to him that much. I mean, I remember at times in my life when I was really just not a hangouter, and he's kind of there yet. But cool shit. Very, very fun. And I suck at it, but I've been doing some Beat Saber, and I've been doing some Super Hot's intense. Like, that's some crazy shit. And I do like it kind of better than the video games like PlayStation, because I just could never get those, because you had to do the thumb controller. So we've been doing a lot of that. I haven't been studying. I usually study a lot, like daily. I had a daily routine. I kind of had, I would do some language lessons in the morning. They're just like push-ups, I haven't been doing even a lot of exercise. I've been doing some yoga, but sometimes I'm just not getting as motivated as I have in other times in my life. I'm sure that'll come and go. Yeah. But yeah, and we've been cooking and hanging out. We're all driving each other crazy. And I'm feeling blessed for the most part. I am feeling a little like, oh shit, man, maybe I shouldn't have just sold my land in Alaska. Maybe I need to go up there. I mean, I like Key West part. I mean, I like Key West a lot, but I like it a lot better when I'm snorkeling and swimming and paddleboarding every day and getting paid for that. That's like, a really good, fun gig, So short term, everything's cool. We got plenty of food, uh, and yeah, and then long term, I don't know. I was kind of interested in moving to Hawaii a while ago, just because I don't know. It's kind of a little bit like Alaska. There's beautiful ocean there, but now who knows what's going on there? I don't know Hawaii. I don't know what you're doing there. But day to day, cool, good, fun, boring-ish, and long term, a little confusing. I gotta kind of wrap my brain around some other path, whatever that is. Like a longer term thing. Maybe I'll invest all my money in some crazy thing that goes to the roof. Maybe I'll end up, I'm trying not to get COVID. I'm trying not to, like I don't have health insurance because of the freaking paperwork. I mean, I tried to figure it out and it was like $1,200 and I couldn't figure it out, so I don't really want to get sick. Like, I'm not super afraid of that, but I am taking precautions because, yeah, I don't really want that in my schedule. No, I don't really want to. And I don't know, man. If y'all, I'm gonna maybe post this video. Tell me what the hell I should talk about. Tell me what you think about UBI. Tell me you're doing it right. Tell me you got a job, man. Do you got a job or you screwed up? Like, how do you keep insane? Yeah. And if you do watch this video, then I appreciate you for listening. Okay, later. Bye.